Hello class, this is Xana Tomale, and today I will be discussing my research question of what factors best explain a state's decision to become allies with others, when considering this might come with the automatic inclusion of foes as well. As a quick overview of the history of alliances, they date back to the very beginning of the formation of political states, as alliances have been a crucial aspect of international relations. By creating public agreements with other states, countries are able to pledge their allegiance through a variety of forms, such as military and monetary support. The reasoning behind these alliances could be explained by the multitude of benefits, such as protection, economic stability, and overall influence. Yet, this does not come as a form of gratis, as adversaries may arise when states decide to team up with one another. A state's decision to become allies with another is ultimately based off of their economic needs and the values their population holds. Though there are a variety of specific reasons as to why one state in particular might take another's side, these two factors are typically the overarching reasons. The first step when evaluating the processes of selecting allies, we must look at the strength of popular persuasion. Especially for states who pride themselves off the foundation of democracy, the public opinion is a source of political persuasion that is typically underestimated. The public demand for social and political action may be the fuel that drives a state to create a communion with another. Samuel W. Lewis, a former Israeli ambassador for the United States, has pinpointed an example of this within the relationship between Israel and the United States, noting that the beginning of this report began with the public feeling guilt about the Nazi Holocaust that nearly exterminated European Jewry, while America turned a blind eye for too long. This passion felt for the victims of the Holocaust allowed for the increased support between the two, so strong that it lasts to the modern age of today. During hostile times, alliances serve as more crucial as ever before, as increased allies means better access to a variety of resources such as soldiers, weapons, and overall protection. During these sensitive and climactic times, the governments must raise a heightened ear to the demographics of each state, as the public opinion has never been so important. The reasoning behind this heightened importance is the fact that the people of the state are the ones who are fighting disputes and wars at the end of the day. Author Adriana Boscaro was able to capture this incredibly well in her book Rethinking Japan: Literature, Visual Arts, and Linguistics, as she was able to pinpoint how it was the Japanese ultranaturalists that were able to guide Japan into joining the Axis power when the discretion of the Japanese Navy and Foreign Ministry was advised. This power from the ultranationalists even carried the capability to risk demolishing a historical Anglo-Japanese relationship with the Brits. This all comes to justify the pressure a population can have and will always have on their communions. Another crucial resource we must come to advise is the power of capital. The ability for a state to acquire and invest large amounts of money has a multitude of benefits that lead to the overall influence and power. When taking into consideration of allies into account, one state has to evaluate the economic value that may occur, whether it be positive or negative. As capital is directly correlated with the strength of a country, the more capital one has means the more alliances they have the ability to make. A common occurrence between countries who ally with one another is trade. Each state has their own personalized perks they can offer, so to exchange with one another is inevitable. In fact, as pointed out by Matthew O. Jackson and Stephen Nye in their journal titled Network of Military Alliances, Wars, and International Trade, they say trade increases the density of alliances so that countries are less vulnerable to attack, and it also reduces countries' incentives to attack an ally. This can be shown in this graph demonstrating wars per countries from 1820 to 2000. As we can see, the less economic investment countries had with one another is inversely related to the level of wars. In comparison, times of more economic entwinement meant less interstate war. The power of economics is one of, if not the most, crucial aspect of alliances, as once trade and economic investment become stable between the two, peace and alliance is likely to follow. With the topic of alliances constantly coming up, especially in regards to recent years, it is important for us as beings to stay informed with what relationships our governments are making, as these alliances have a bigger impact on us than we might think. Again, my name is Dana Tomale, and thank you for watching.